Let's get one thing straight. Pablo Escobar wasn't just some random criminal. He was a man who built an empire that controlled the world, all because he had the guts to play a game most of you are too scared to even think about. Now, I'm not here to glorify him. Let's be clear, the guy did a lot of terrible things, but there's a reason his name is still spoken with awe, fear, and fascination. It's because he wasn't just another player, he was the king of the game. And if you want to understand why someone like Pablo Escobar could rule the world, you've got to stop looking at him like some TV character and start seeing the mindset, the strategy, and the sheer audacity that put him at the top. Here's the truth most of you don't want to hear. Escobar didn't rule because he was lucky or ruthless, though he was both. He ruled because he outworked, outthought, and outmaneuvered everyone around him. While others were thinking small, playing it safe, Escobar was building a global network. He was relentless. He didn't stop until his product, cocaine, was in every major city, every nightclub, every street corner. You're sitting there complaining about a 9-to-5, and this guy was running a multi-billion-dollar operation from Medellin, taking on governments, law enforcement, and even rival cartels. You know why? Because he had vision. He didn't see obstacles, he saw opportunities. The guy started small, just like everyone else. He didn't wake up one day with billions in the bank. He built his empire step by step, deal by deal. And while you're too scared to take a risk or make a move, he was taking risks that could cost him everything. But that's the difference, isn't it? Most of you are too busy worrying about what might go wrong, while guys like Escobar are already 3 steps ahead, figuring out how to make it right. You think ruling the world is about luck? Number. It's about being willing to play the game at a level most of you can't even comprehend. And let's talk about loyalty. Escobar wasn't just feared, he was loved. Why? Because he took care of his people. He built schools, hospitals, housing projects. Sure, it was dirty money, but to the people of Medellin, he was a hero. While governments ignored them, Escobar gave them hope, even if it came with a price. He understood something most of you don't. Power isn't just about money. It's about influence. He controlled people's hearts and minds. He was ruthless, yes, but he was also smart enough to know that ruling with fear alone wasn't enough. He gave people a reason to follow him, a reason to believe in him. Can you say the same? But let's not romanticize it too much. Pablo Escobar's story isn't just a lesson in ambition, it's a warning. Because here's the thing, when you play at that level, the stakes are life and death. Escobar ruled the world, but he also lived in constant fear. He had everything, and yet he had nothing. He couldn't trust anyone, not even his closest allies. His empire was built on blood and betrayal, and in the end, it all came crashing down. So don't sit there thinking you want to be like Pablo Escobar without understanding the price he paid. What you need to take away from Escobar's story isn't his crimes or his violence, it's his mindset, his ability to think big, to take risks, to outwork everyone around him. But unlike him, you have the chance to use that mindset for something good. You don't have to build your empire on destruction. You can build it on innovation, on creativity, on solving problems that actually help people. The question is, do you have the guts to go all in? Are you willing to take the risks, make the sacrifices, and do whatever it takes to achieve your vision? Or are you just going to sit there, comfortable in your little bubble, watching the world pass you by? Pablo Escobar ruled the world because he dared to. He had a vision, and he didn't stop until he made it real. But don't forget, his story ended with him on the run, hunted and alone. The lesson here isn't to emulate his actions, but to learn from his ambition, to see what's possible when you think big, act bold, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. The world doesn't belong to the timid or the hesitant. It belongs to those who are willing to take it. So, ask yourself, are you ready to rule your world, or are you just another spectator in someone else's game? The choice is yours. Now go make it count.